Hello and welcome. Now it's yet again that time of the week where we are back again with DBS Business, and of course you're live on the market code, your business identifier, and I'm telling you it's about business and lifestyle. But guess what? You can actually change your lifestyle into business. Now today we dive into something that's a little bit exciting, something that is a little bit different from what we normally showcase. But remember, there are great sayings, and they say that everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. And a smile is a sword, but beauty is power. Now tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we throw a spotlight showcasing a young girl who has been able to use her beauty for very paramount things. I am talking Ashley Awatson. Now, from her humble beginnings of modeling as a child, she has actually taken it high. She's a Ugandan and she's in the diaspora. I am talking Melville, Long Island, in New York, the United States of America. And I'm telling you, she has actually been able to win Miss Global Uganda. Now, she has used this platform for a lot of things. She has actually been able to use this platform to open up her Ashley Awatson Foundation that has been helping a lot of girl child and the women down here in Africa, and specifically in Uganda. We're going to be talking about her poetic book, The Poetic Tales of a Beauty Queen. All that in tonight's market code, and I'm telling you, it's going to be exciting. All you need to do is sit back, relax, better lean forward, or even stand up. Now for you who has a girl child, or you're just a parent to someone who wants to dive into the modeling industry, you need to relax, but do not go away. We're coming back. Let us just see what our partners have in store, and we'll get right back. All right, now what Nana Cakes is actually saying is that all the offers and the promotions you just saw in the ad are still valid. All you need to do is make your way to Nana Cakes or call the numbers that you saw in the ad, or the ones that are on your screen, because remember, they are at the hub and a lot actually happens at the hub. Remember, we are architects and technologists, but above all, we are a production house. Now for all your live streaming, I am talking up to link satellite, I'm talking TV shows, content creation, outdoor broadcast, the list is endless. All you need to do is call the numbers on your screen. By diving into tonight's discussion, I'm very excited about this girl, because a lot of people go to the diaspora and all we hear about them is nothing, but this one has been able to actually do something with her life in the diaspora, influence people, and then also get back home. That is very important. Many people leave and they never come back, but she comes back home, she sends people help, and through her foundation a lot is happening. But we want to know her journey from inception. Where did it start? But we are joined by Ashley Awatson, who is in New York. Many thanks for joining us, Ashley.
Thank you guys so much for having me today. I'm super excited to be on.
All right, so the people who are watching you right now are wondering, who are you? Are you even Ugandan?
Yes, guys, I am Ugandan. My DNA traces back to Uganda, and I've been super blessed to celebrate my roots in such a monumental way. And I'm super honored that you guys open your arms to me, and I'm super excited to just rep who I am wherever I go. So yes, I am a Ugandan.
Impressive, impressive. So someone would want to know, because you recently, 2021, Miss Global Uganda, we would want to find out how then does the modeling dream? When do you realize it?
Yeah, the dream started back in 2018. I was scouted online on the social media network Instagram, and someone was like, "Hey, would you want to compete in a pageant?" And I was like, I don't really know about that. So much things are going on at that stage and that age. And I say, you know what? Let me just try. Like, I can have confidence and I can try and let me see what it's about. And to my surprise, on my first try, I won. I was crowned Miss New Jersey Earth in 2018, and that's kind of when the dream came alive.
Wow, impressive. We want, so people who are watching would want to know, have you been in Uganda or you were born in the US?
I was born in the US. I do have plans of coming to Uganda pretty soon. Unfortunately, with COVID-19, I haven't been able to travel coming from the US. It's been very, very crazy.
Right.
But we did do like ancestry DNA. I don't know if you guys heard of that, but it would trace me all the way back to Uganda. So as a Black American woman, that's what I identify as.
Right,
You
right.
know, our culture has been so misconstrued, and it's hard to figure out who you are. And once I learned that news, I was like super excited, like this is who I am, and it just feels like home.
Impressive. So I just want in this segment, I just really want to talk about your, so after you discover, you win on your first try, then you're like, hey, I have a shot. So take us from there.
So once I got crowned, there was a lot of responsibilities that came with it. As a black woman, it's hard to walk through certain doors. Certain doors aren't open for us. So it was a rocky journey at first. The pageant was a huge platform. It was like right away glam, fashion shows, and I was introduced to this world that seemed bigger than what I was. I seemed like a small fish in like this big pond. So once you win the title, like the state title, which was Miss New Jersey, you go on to the international level. And that was in the state Washington D.C. We got to do like a tour, we got to walk around the White House, and that's kind of like my stepping stone. Like that's
Hold
like
up, hold
the
up.
beginning stage.
So how was the experience of walking around the White House? You went to the White House?
Yes, they took the pageant girls to the White House. We did like a huge cleanup in the park. There was some press there. It was all the winners from their states competing for international. And it was cool because it's
So
like you
is it the
have
real
so
White House we see like in the movies? Does it look like that?
it looks better.
It looks
I'm gonna tell you that it looks better. TV doesn't do it justice.
wow.
So that was pretty exciting. And yeah, I felt so cool. I'm like, this is so cool. Like what it can take you, like where it
Right.
can take you in life. So that was like my first taste of like, I guess you can say the glitz and glam of modeling or the beauty industry.
Right. So on the screen right now, we have the Ashley Watson Foundation. But before I dive into the foundation, I just want to know, what is your way forward for modeling? Where do you see yourself, say, 5 years from now with modeling?
With in regards to modeling, in 5 years, I just see myself being on top. I'm gonna work hard. I have to work twice as hard as a woman, as an African American woman. I understand that. So in like 5 years, I just see myself doing what I love. I see myself maybe breaking out in TV, breaking out in film. Definitely alongside my foundation, I also see myself just branching off in that. So I just see myself on top, God willing, if I work hard.
Impressive. Right. So that takes us to the foundation. But before we even, or is it even in the foundation? Because there are girls down here in Uganda that have a dream of being models or being in beauty pageants at the international level. What would you tell them, and what are your plans for such girls?
I would tell them I know that the dream seems super big. I know that it seems like it may not people say, well, why would they choose you? Or the doubts fill your head. And I'm here to tell you that I didn't have any modeling coach, modeling experience. It was just my faith in myself and what I knew that I could be that catapulted me to win. So if I can do it, you definitely can do it. You're beautiful, you're smart enough, you're bright enough, and I would tell you to go for it. Go for it even if you don't feel confident. Your confidence will come throughout your journey, and it is possible, and that's what the beauty about being Miss Global Uganda is. I'm showing my young girls that it is possible to win on an international level. I mean, this pageant has taken me all the way to Bali, Indonesia. I will be in
Wow.
Bali May 31st competing for the international title as Miss Global Uganda. I am not just representing myself. I think I'm representing all Ugandians. I'm representing Black American women, and I feel like in such an international way, we are being seen. You know, representation is everything. So I hope that as women like myself, or women that are bold enough and brave enough to step out into the world and to step out on the scene, that just keeps opening doors for the next girl. So I would tell her to remain confident in her looks, in her beauty, not just the outer, the inner beauty as well, and that she can do it. I mean, I'm here, I'm living proof that it's possible, and I would just tell her to keep her head up and keep going.
So someone is saying, oh, because she's in the US, everything is possible. I mean, she's in the land of possibilities.
Yes, I mean, as I learned throughout my journey, there's like a kind of like a disconnect between the USA and other countries, and I'm here to tell you that we're all the same. I do understand that I am blessed to live where I live, but I also want young girls to know it doesn't matter where you come from. I come from humble beginnings. I have a single mom. The odds were against me. I didn't grow up wealthy or anything like that. So I would tell her, I know that it does seem a little, scary or intimidating, but it doesn't matter where you are in the world. Anything is possible with God, and anything is possible as long as you believe in yourself. And I hope that message resonates with people, because as cliche as it may sound, it is true.
Right.
I would never think that I would get here.
Right. Before I go for a short break, I would want to find out, now that you hinted, you're with a single mom, does your mom or your family have a very huge role to play, or even, a role to play in your career as a model?
Oh, absolutely. My mom is my biggest cheerleader, and I encourage the parents to really support your kids and instill that love and support within them. It starts from the home. Like, once your parents or your mom or your grandparents support you, that gives the kids more confidence to go out in the world to do or to be what they want to be. So yeah, my family, my friends, if it wasn't for them, the love, the encouragement, I don't think that I could do it without them, and especially my mom. She's like, oh my gosh, she's like my biggest cheerleader. And yeah, mama made it possible. So I'm very blessed. I'm very fortunate.
Impressive. All right. Now, African parents and everyone who is watching right now should actually pick a leaf that you need to actually give your children the encouragement that they need in whatever career that they've chosen to follow. But we're going for a short break. When we come back, we're still talking to Ashley Awatson, and we're going to be finding out what her foundation has done, is doing, and is yet to do for the people here in Uganda. But do not go away. Let's see some of the clips of what she's been able to do in Uganda. We're coming back.
Thank you. So Miss Ashley, beautiful inside and out. I just want to say thank you so much. You're focused on inspiring. I love everything about it.
I read this book, Poetic Tales of a Beauty Queen, and it was a personal love letter from Ashley that really touched my heart. And everyone, I believe, should read this book. It's an inspiration to all of us.
Right, now welcome back to your skill on the market code your business identifier, and we're streaming live through DBS Business. Now we're actually broadcasting here at Salama Road in Munyonyo. Now we're at the hub and a lot actually happens here. The numbers on your screen are the ones to call in case you need any content creation, production, TV shows, name it. The list is actually endless. Live streaming, all you need to do is call the numbers on your screen right now. But what we're doing today is we're profiling a young lady. I'm actually going to ask her how old she is, because she's a philanthropist, she's into modeling, she's an author, yet to join film and TV. That's so much to do at a very young age. But we as Uganda are very, very proud of her. Now, for you who thinks that your dreams are not valid, all you need to do is pick a leaf or two from what Ashley is telling us, and guess what? All this will be history. Now, Ashley is in New York and she still joins us live. Right. So, Ashley, how old are you? You're a philanthropist, you're an author, you're into modeling, you're joining TV, film. How old are you?
You know, a lady never tells her age, but I am 27 years old.
Right?
Yes.
How old are you?
27.
Wow. That's so much for a 27. Or is it, when in Uganda, that's really, really young. But in the US, someone tells me, yeah, that's the right age to do you everything.
Yes. I feel young. I feel young.
What is it? When you listen maybe from your relatives, the people in Uganda that you associate with, what are those cultural differences that you keep hearing that maybe keep probably Uganda or Africa behind other than the US?
I'll be honest, at first I thought that there was going to be like this huge difference, but as I am educated in my culture and in my roots, I realize that we are all the same. Like the plight of women are all the same all over the world. We're fighting for the same things. We're fighting for our voices to be heard. We're fighting for our marriages, our children. We're fighting to kind of have it all together. So as I fellowship with people in Uganda or my team and I talk to them and I'm
Right.
like, okay, what is going on in your world? It's the same. And
Right.
that's what.
Actually, isn't it easier in the US?
I want to say no.
Sadly.
I want to say no. And I know that may be a shock. I am not denying the privileges that come with being an American or anything like that. But when I sit back and I look, no. And that's
Wow.
the powerful message that I want to continue to put forth. No one is better than anyone else. Your voice or their voice is just as deserves to be just as much as heard. And as a Black African American woman, my struggles being in America, sometimes they're heavy. So my answer is no.
Right. You do these fellowships and you have created a foundation as a platform to help people, but then also for your voice to be heard. Talk to me about the Ashley Watson Foundation. When does this begin? How do you even conceive this idea and say, hey, I want to do a foundation that will help Black women all over the world?
Well, the dream was born or birthed when I was a little girl. I had a single mom and I watched her sacrifice everything for me and my brother. And I had this crazy idea, probably like the age of 5 or 6, when I became a big girl, would I be able to kind of give back in a bigger way? So when I was crowned Miss Global Uganda May of 2021, I was like, hey, could I have my own foundation? And can I go back to my homeland? And
Right.
can I give back the same way that I would have wanted someone to help my mother, but we didn't receive the help?
Right.
Or the same way that as a little girl, when I was battling self-esteem issues, being told that I wasn't pretty enough or good enough in school, or the opportunities that I had were given to a boy because I was a girl, and just the journey of being bullied. And I wanted to know, like, would it be possible if I can have something where I can teach young
Right.
girls and young guys that what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how the Ashley Watson Foundation came about. It came about through the platform of being Miss Global Uganda, and that's how it all started, really.
Impressive. So to all the beauty queens out there who are watching, it just doesn't stop at you winning a crown or having a title. You can actually use the platform to do something with it. Now, Ashley, I would want to know the recent campaign that you did with Shiba Karungi. Now, Shiba Karungi is one of the top female artists here in Uganda and East Africa, or even Africa. She's really done well for herself. So how then do you link up with her?
Well, I'm such a fan of hers. I think she's absolutely amazing. And to be in synergy with her, I was super honored. And my people and her people got together and we did this event in regards to period poverty. For those who may not know what period poverty is, it's aiming to keep our girl children in school. So that was like an honor to work alongside her. I mean, I'm such a fan. Like she's so amazing. So that was the base of our event, and we were able to donate so much products to the girl child, and they were so sweet. The kids, they were so sweet, and they were so appreciative of that. And that is the goal. Women, we matter,
Right.
and the kids, they matter as well. And I want them to know that I stand behind them in anything that they want to do, whether it's stay in school, further their education, to know that they're loved and to know that they are heard.
Right.
That was just the goal. So Sheba Cares, her foundation, she's absolutely amazing. She's doing amazing things right now, as you guys know, and I'm such a fan. So it was just like amazing to be in synergy with someone like her.
Right. So in your effort to build synergies, are we seeing more partnerships with Ugandan philanthropists or other organizations in Uganda? So are we seeing more of the Ashley Watson Foundation doing campaigns in Uganda in the future?
Absolutely. We're working right now. We did a food drive in Kampala last summer. We're working on doing something else as well. And I definitely want to bridge the gap. I want to be in synergy more. I want Ugandians and people in America, I want us to work together. I want us to fellowship. So, yeah, you're going to be seeing me do so much stuff in my homeland. So I'm super excited about that. And it's an honor just to be a part and to be welcome. So I'm very grateful.
Right. So someone who is watching you and they want to join your foundation, maybe they just want to partner with you to help people. Are you open with that? And where are you getting this money? This is so expensive what you're doing.
I know. If you do want to partner with me, communicate with me, or just figure out more, you can visit my website. It's the ashleywatsonfoundation.org. It has all my links to my social media. It has information for the people that are on my team. So if you
Right.
guys just have any questions or you want to, do something, that's how you contact me. So that's like the best way.
Right, impressive. So, there is this, I don't know if you are aware, in Uganda, over, with the pandemic, we've had a lot of girls get pregnant, a lot of girls have gone into marriage, early marriages, these are teens. Are you interested to help the girls in that kind of situation?
Absolutely. In America right now, one of my jobs is I did work at an urgent care facility. If you guys don't know what like an urgent care facility is, it's kind of like a clinic. It's a step down from the hospital, and I did work alongside young women all the time. And yeah, I'm absolutely interested in helping. I feel like with me, I've been through so much in my life, and there's no judgment, there's no anything with me. Like, I come with out of a place of love, and I understand. And COVID-19 was such a horrific thing internationally.
Is that you
So
at the
yeah, absolutely.
hospital? Is that you at the
Yep,
hospital?
that is me working during the pandemic. New York was very, very, very bad. I don't know if you guys heard, but it was not
Yeah.
like a good time at all. But we made it through, and that's another thing. Like, I want young girls to know, in the midst of becoming a model, I was working through the
Yes.
pandemic,
Yeah.
and I was doing both, and it wasn't easy. I was mentally, physically, and emotionally drained, but here I am today. So that's
Exactly.
another thing. Like, keep your education alongside your dreams, work hard, and it's super possible.
Right. So I want to go for a short break. When we come back, we talk about the poetic tales of a beauty queen. Interesting. I want to know more about that. After the break, Ashley tells us the secrets behind that book, what led to that book, all that in a bit. We're coming back. All right, welcome back. You are still on the Market Code. Guess what? We're live and we're at Munyonyo at Salama Road. Now, I'm telling you, we are discussing areas of a girl child. We're talking the girl child. We're talking beauty pageantry. We're talking modeling, and also we are talking COVID-19, because some people have actually used the pandemic to get strong, as well as others have fallen. But the ones that have gotten strong are people like Ashley Watson in New York, and she's been able to actually use this time to inspire and affect people from back here where she comes from. Very passionate and energetic, also smart young lady who has actually hit the international runway representing her roots with Miss Global Uganda. Now, Ashley, finally, I just want us to talk about the poetic tales of a beauty queen. What does this even mean? How did you come up with this? Now, I'm lost.
Guys, I have it right here. This is my poetry book that I've written every single word myself. And honestly, that's like my hidden talent. Like, I'm a writer, I write poetry, I write music. And these stories are kind of like based on true events that happen in my life. Through the heartaches, my shortcomings,
Right.
the things that I feel insecure about that I would never say out loud, but I wrote it in the book. So it just wraps the time period of my life when I became Miss Global Uganda. It just was like, it's poetic tales of a beauty queen. So that's what's in the book.
Right. So how do people get it? Because our time is fast spent. But how do people get the book? Is it on the website?
Yeah, there will be a link on my website where you could purchase the book, and also Amazon.com. If you just type in The Poetic Tales of a Beauty Queen, it will pop up and you can purchase it that way.
Right. So I saw photos of an event that was here in Kampala, Uganda. Did you launch it here?
Yeah, I had a very nice event in Kampala with my team was super amazing. They put it all together, and that was the world first introducing to my book. And then I did something in America. So we've been partying and celebrating the poetic tales. And I'm excited that, people read it, they like it or they don't like it, or the feedback has just been very cool to see.
What do Ugandans think? Africans in general are not good readers. What do the Ugandans think or the Africans think about the poetic tales of a beauty queen?
That's why it was so important that I written the book, because one of the things of my foundation is increasing the literacy rate, especially in our young girls and our young boys. So I think that it was important to write the book. It was important to show, like, listen, like, I'm writing books, I'm reading, I'm a model, like, it's possible. So yeah, I've been getting amazing feedback. People been interested in the stories, and I think it's given a voice to a lot of young women whose voices aren't heard or maybe not shed in this light. It's super vulnerable, the book is, and it's super, the emotions are very raw. So I've been getting good feedback, and I think that it'll help for people to, introduce poetry as a form of therapy, or just to get people to read and to write and to express themselves in such an educational way.
Right. As we wind up the discussion, a young girl down here in Kampala, probably in Chibuli, Chikuba Mutwe, Luwero, those are places in Uganda. They could be watching you right now and they want to know, how do I start? I'm good at writing, but I don't have the opportunity, the resources, or I'm good at modeling, but I've just never gotten an opportunity. I do not have a team. Where do they start? What do they do?
As far as writing, get yourself a notebook and write down all your material. That's what I would tell her, to start with the notebook and write. You can do this. As far as the modeling industry is concerned, that is a little tough to break into, but do not get discouraged. Practice your poses, take your pictures. You can post on your social media accounts. If you're a younger girl, get your parents' permission. And then you never know, a picture can take you super far. Nowadays, in the era of technology, if you don't have access to it, also read up on any former models or what they're doing, and see how you can kind of follow in their footsteps. And like I said, my website is up. If anybody has any questions, anybody needs any advice or any guidance, feel free to reach out to me or my team, and I'm always available to talk or to give any type of advice.
All right, our time is fast spent. Your last words under 30 seconds to Ugandans watching you right now.
I just want to say I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm so excited to be in synergy with you guys. Thank you guys so much for your love and your support. And yeah, I look forward to this journey. It's the beginning and it's been a beautiful one. And just thank you guys for having me. It's been fun.
All right, thank you for accepting our invite. Okay, that's been Ashley Awatson. She's in New York and she's trying to actually give a voice, give a platform to every black young girl who is everywhere in the world, Africa, everywhere in the world. You can copy from her and be the best of yourself like she has done. At a very tender age, she's been able to do all these exploits. Philanthropist, author, she's into modeling. She says she's just joining TV and also film. She was working at the hospital. She's been able to do all these things at a very young age. You also can do it. There is nothing that can limit you, she's been telling you. So all you need to do is reach out to her website and you'll get more about her. You can get her book if you're into writing and, borrow a leaf. But from me and the entire DBS management would like to say good night, good luck. Ciao for now. Until next week, same place, same time, of course, same host. Good night.
Why you leave me on red? Can't get out of my head. Give a fuck what he said. Got me feeling all dead. Got me feeling my baby. Why you leave me on red? Can't get out of my head. Give a fuck what he said. Got me feeling all dead. Cause I just want you close to me. Feel like you're ghosting me. We used to be so close. Just tell me why you ghosting me. Cause I just want you close to me. Feel like you're ghosting me. We used to be so close.
Mercy to shed forth light on bullying, to bring forth a positive message of self-love.
Ashley is awake to the fact that if these interventions are necessary in America, they must be critically needed elsewhere in the world.
When I was Thomas Global Uganda, I got to do fellowship and I got to meet people from all over the world, and I realized that their problems were just as important as mine.
Ashley wishes to expand her reach globally, an opportunity, a universal platform like Miss Global presents.
And since I've been crowned Miss Global Uganda, I was able to do a food drive in Kampala, Uganda, which I was able to feed over 20 families, which is absolutely amazing.
Hi Ashley, thank you very much. We really appreciate in the slums where we live. We really live hand to mouth because we are not working anymore, and this can take us some time. May God reward you. Thank you very much.
I have a single mom and I know how it feels.
Ashley fully relates to the plight of women. It is in this light that she connects with Miss Global 2021's theme of empowering women, embracing cultures, embodying the beauty within.
By my poetry or different things that I do, I hope that I put forth a message to young girls that you can be beautiful, smart, and everything that you need to be.
It is not by coincidence that Ashley chose Uganda as her adopted country. Uganda is the pearl of Africa. Its abundant biodiversity, serene beauty, given its misty forests, snow-peaked mountains, glassy lakes, and its kind and most hospitable people, with a diverse cultural heritage of over 50 clans, make it an irresistible country to choose for adoption. But this is not the only reason for Ashley's choice of heritage.
As an African American woman, it was an honor to realize that my roots are traced back all the way to Uganda.
Research traces the beginnings of humanity at the slopes of Mountain Rwenzori in Uganda. This is further reinforced by the recent discovery of Mrs. Place, the first complete fossilized 20 million-year-old skull, which was discovered in Karamoja, located in the northeastern part of Uganda.
I'm proud of where my family originates from, adopted by Uganda by my heritage and my roots. I am a global citizen.
Ashley is indeed a global citizen.
If I was to be you guys winner in the Miss Global organization, I would take the dreams of all my fellow sister queens, everyone, and I would not make it just about me, I would make it about all of us.
We'll be coming to you live with business exclusives, business nuggets, and business insights. Above all, business interviews from your international top business moguls. Ladies and gentlemen, I have good news for you. The Hub Channel by DBS.